Hey y'all, so we're gonna head on down to Goodwill here. I've got Mike, the rideshare reseller, with me, and he's a California reseller and thrifter. He does the Goodwills and the savers out there. So I just wanted just to take him to a Goodwill in my neck of the woods, and we're gonna do a California Goodwill versus a Bedford, Virginia Goodwill, and see what the difference is. All right, so we'll go in there. We'll see if we can take some video. Maybe we won't, but we'll show you if we found anything. I'm hoping not to find anything, and I know he's got to travel back, so he's probably not going to want to find anything either, but if we find something good, we'll show it to you. Been to a Goodwill in Virginia here, Mike?
Never.
All right, you'll have to tell me what you think of this place when we get in there. All right.
I'm looking for a high-end electronics.
If you find one, I'll be just like, you've got the magic touch. If you find a receiver in here. You want to check out the electronics section first here?
Yeah, let's check out that. I see golf clubs too.
There it is. There it is. There's your electronics section.
Oh my goodness. What do we got?
There you go.
Wow.
There's in your electronics section, this is what you got. Here you go. How much money can you make on that thing right there?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Wow.
Now occasionally you'll find some electronic stuff over here.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Not too much. Yeah. That.
I
got a wall of it.
So how big would that be?
I would have an electronics section in mind here to that wall down there.
And it'd be full of electronics.
Yeah. Easily.
Awesome.
Interesting.
See, this is the kind of stuff I come in and I see, and I'm like, okay, what can I part out? Right?
What can you part out?
But see, here's the deal: the bands are already taken off of this.
Yeah,
there's no bands on it. And sometimes you can take something like that and part it out.
Yeah, Malibu, Pilates. These are actually, some of these can be worth it.
Oh yeah.
These Malibu ones.
Oh yeah, I've sold one before.
Yeah.
Okay. $10. Yeah. All right, well, see if we can find something else.
All right, keep looking.
Oh yeah, no
Puzzles
doubt.
were good. Now they're not so
Not
good.
so much.
Whoa, hold on.
Okay, so the
$2.99.
old version of this is pretty good.
Is that the one?
The old one sells. This one sells, but it doesn't sell as good as
See,
the old
that's
one.
sweet. I'm not.
See, but see, this is what I'm left with here. See, you can actually take out the hi-ho Cheerios here, and you can part out those. And you sell the little baskets, believe it or not.
This one, you're right, the old one.
Yep.
That's why I saw it. It's all Mall Madness. See, I do have a little bit of have to move over.
You have to learn a new way of picking if you move out this direction. It's a pretty cool puzzle. 99 cents. Every once in a while you find a good puzzle.
I like finding them sealed.
My kids like to put them together.
Yeah.
We'll come in here, me and my wife, and we'll pick this place clean, and we'll find some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, you're probably good at it. You know what to look for, you know?
I don't see one thing I can pick here. Not today. Well, even baby Jesus is missing some water. Let's go see if we can find some plush.
DVD sets sometimes, right?
Every time I find a horror movie, 2014s anywhere.
What we got?
Nothing good there.
Do you sell much VHS, or have you?
Oh yeah, every once in a while. It's never
it's-
really
it's
worth much money.
The horror ones. You know, I sell a laser disc. Find the right ones.
You know, I never find laser discs for some reason. You wouldn't even look at these in your store, would you?
No, I look for the box sets.
What do they charge? What do they charge out there for stuff like this?
$1.99. So
$1.99.
you've got $1 here, so double.
So double.
Blu-rays will cost you, I believe, $4.99. DVDs are, I think, $2.99, $3.99, I think, in that range.
Okay.
So about double.
Did you ever find cassettes or 8-tracks out there?
Very rarely cassettes.
We used to find them here, and we don't find them anymore.
I have better luck with cassettes than I do 8-tracks.
Yeah.
Some of the 8-tracks you find are pretty valuable if you find the right ones.
If you find the right ones, yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I did sell one for $75. The MC5. That's the name of the band. We can't say the name
Was
of
it
the
Quadraphonic?
Nope. We just can't say the name of the song. I'll have to explain later.
See, if you don't look for clothes here, you don't make any money. Every once in a while, my wife does pretty good at plush here because this plush is only 50 cents.
Hey, plushes are actually pretty good. I got a friend who does them.
Yep, nothing today. She'll come in here and buy 5 of them every time she comes in, and I don't find much of anything.
Good, wow.
These are $2 plush. And you'll see, that's our book section right there. That's all we got.
Section. I would scan these books. You know, this is Scout IQ. It's not showing up, no result on this one so far. That's that way, and I'm gonna try the ISBN. See if we get a reading on this or not. No, it's not. So that book's not in there. But you know, this is what I do. I look for certain titles like French grammar, kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's 13 bucks. It's probably going to be a no, but you never know. And that's telling me do not buy it.
So it means that if you send it in, you lose
$2.10 with the fees. So,
and how accurate do you think this is? The number?
Very accurate.
Okay, so
it's pretty. I would say it's 95% accurate.
Okay.
And that's what I do. So when I'm in a book, when I'm at a Gaylord of books, I'm scanning. See, it's looking at even these.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a look at this one. See, kind of an interesting title, but probably still not.
What's your like when you buy these books? What percentage are you actually sending in that you're finding in these?
Out of a Gaylord, let's put a Gaylord's 4x4x5. I will probably get 50 books out of that.
50,
and there might be over 1,000. So not a whole lot.
Okay. And you're literally throwing the rest of it away?
Yeah, I threw a lot of Dr. Seuss away recently. That's in my head right now. What did I do?
Well, who knew, right?
Yeah. But that's what I'll do. I will look.
And they give you throw it away right there at their place.
Right there. What's really good is they will throw everything away, so I don't have to take.
And where do they get their books from?
Just pure donations. What I do is I look for these
through Goodwill.
It's through like a thrift store, right?
Okay.
So what happens is this: it gets thrown into a bin, and I look for the unsorted, meaning that they haven't looked through it. You can't have the sorted ones because then you're not going to get anything. Trying to find one positive one, and I don't think we can. Here we go. So looking at this, you can see the V is very good. The G is good.
So what is this number based on?
The profit is based on if I put it in. I have this set right now at 0.
But isn't the profit going to be varied based on the condition?
It can, but it's very thin. You have to be competing pretty much against everybody. See this $8.69?
But these are all used.
Right. This is what it's telling me. If I put it in at $8.69, my profit is negative 18. My buy cost is 0. Remember we discussed the Gaylord?
Yeah.
So I set it for 0 because I'm looking for a 0 cost. I could put it at $1 and it will figure that all in here.
Okay.
So that's how you do that.
Well, there you go. There's a Bedford Goodwill for you. Just let you know. Just remember this. Just remember.
Yeah, but I'll remember it. So you go through the clothing, or what do you do?
So this is what. First of all, I would usually find 2 or 3 things out there when I typically come by. This is not the time of day to come by, and then I'd come back here and I'd try to find something in here. I'd usually find 1 or 2 things in here as well. So just and then I'd go over and hit the men's clothes. I'd still pull out on a typical day in here. That would be a bad day. I'd probably pull out $50 to $100 profit, and I'd spend about 10 minutes.
How about
so it's not terrible. It's not as bad as it is today, but it would be a lot of work to get that money. I mean, it'd be 8 to 10 items to 12 items to get that money. So I'd rather not.
Right, I get what
I'd rather not. Right. But if I needed to, I would. All right, now pull that one back out right there. So there's a North Face right there. So this would be something, if I was desperate for money, I'd come in here and grab it, and I can make a little bit of money on that North Face, but not very much. I don't need merchandise right now. This one caught my eye. I'd pull this one because it's made in Hawaii. There'd be a little bit of money in that one. This one's no good. I usually come by and look. I'll find a Liberty stuff in here. That's a nice shirt, but it's a few dollars profit, but not worth my time. Same with this. There's a couple dollars profit in that, but not worth my time. But I'd run through here if I needed merchandise, and I'd pull out 5 or 6 and make some money. But every once in a while, my wife hits a home run here, especially with Hawaiian shirts for whatever reason.
Yeah,
there's
I look
a lot.
for a rain spooner. Is that it?
Yep.
That's what I look for.
I've sold bunches of those. So let me ask you a question. What are your prices on clothes? Because these are $3.99 for every single thing here.
In California, it's going to be variable, but most of them, your shirts are going to start out like this shirt's going to be about $7.99. I don't know, what is it here?
$3.99.
$3.99, so $7.99.
Every single shirt here
almost
is
$3.99. Yeah, this would be $7.99. Then you would get into like the North Face that we saw. Could potentially be $9.99.
Yep. And so we have margins on clothing that you don't have.
Big time.
Now we don't find high-end stuff here, and we don't find much of it, but the price is so low that there's money to be made in it, for sure.
It's very difficult in California to find just your average shirt. It's great to wear if you want to buy a shirt for $8-9 bucks, but
Danville Braves. It's interesting, but it's a short season A-ball team. But they used to have t-shirts used to be $1.
What are their t-shirts now?
Every single shirt in here is $3.99.
Wow, so their t-shirts went up to,
the t-shirts would be... Ralph are in good shape. If it's Pima cotton, I'll usually pick it up. but this is not Pima cotton. So this is, I could make money off it, but I'm not going to. It's not really worth my time.
Yeah, because our t-shirts can be probably $2.99 up to
here it is. So this is a Pima. This is a Pima soft, so I'm gonna pick that one up. Pima soft is a size large. It's not great, but there's a little bit of money. My wife will list that. I wouldn't list it, but she will. She loves me. And I'm probably gonna pick up, is that a Pima too? Doesn't look like it. No, it's not Pima. You're fine.
Pushing it down on you.
But you know, if you went through this whole rack, we'd pull out quite a few things.
That looks almost new though.
LL Bean, yeah. But
is it new? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
No, it looks pretty darn new. I mean.
So I'm gonna grab that one too, because I think
Made
in Hawaii is gonna work.
Yeah, especially summer coming up, right?
Yep.
I like to find photography vests, photography shirts. Some fishing shirts I'll look occasionally and find those too.
For yourself. Do you ever buy anything new for yourself? Huh?
All the time. Most of my shirts I find at the thrift stores.
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't want to look through the whole thing. I'm just trying to give you an idea.
Yeah.
See, right there, men's shirts. You'd be surprised. Shoes are all uniform prices. They don't individually price anything. So because of that, you can make some money here that you can't make in other places across. Not high end, but the prices are right. Right. For sure.
Occasionally you'll find that big hitter. Like you found some jackets.
You can make a little money on that.
A little polo.
I'm not really going to. It's really not.
Medium. You like to find extra large kind of, is that?
Yep, yeah, I like the bigger sizes. Young money. Young money.
Are the t-shirts mixed in here?
So they have a t-shirt bin here that's $1. And then every other t-shirt is $3.99. Everything here is $3.99. All right, so I found just a couple here we're considering here. American Eagle, but it's pearl snap. It's really nice fall colors. That would sell, but I'm probably not going to pick it up. This one was cool. And he asked me if I normally look this up. I said no, except for the fact, because it's size small, except for the fact that they have their own buttons on it. And so he looked it up. And what did you come up with?
Small full for 22. With some patches
and that's with shipping, and the shipping is overpriced. So definitely at $3.99 there's at least $12 profit in that shirt, and it's in good shape, so I'll grab that one.
There's a youth size, same thing, 22 with 520.
Yeah, that's good enough to pick up for sure. It's worth my time. It's not worth your time, Mr. California, but it's worth my time for sure.
This one's missing its sleeves. Where they go? Oh, there.
That's what we do. That's what we do out here. We don't wear sleeves out here. All right, I'm gonna shut it down. I think good fella.
Nope, that's Walmart, right?
I don't really know what it is.
I think it's Walmart.
All right.
Target.
All right, they just brought a Keurig and we were just talking about it. And so here they're $9.99. What did you say it would be in California?
$29.
It'd be $29 in California. Now, that's definitely not worth the time for you to part it out. It might be worth the time for me to part out a Keurig, but I'm not going to fuss with it because it's cleaning and everything else, and I got too much to list. But it's just an interesting difference in the prices. I'm going to go check out. I'm going to get out of here. Hey y'all, so we're back here and just wanted to follow up here on the differences in Goodwills. I'm going to show you just the 3 things we picked up really quick. We spent what, 5 minutes in it, right? But we're going to talk to Mike here and get his opinions of the differences between thrift stores that are Goodwills in particular, because we don't have Savers, and back there in California. All right, first I just bought these 3. Pima cotton, and this is, I don't even look this one up, but this one will sell for sure. And then this one right here. So we think maybe just a tick under $30 profit without much work here for those 3 shirts. So let me ask you a question here. What's your feel of our Goodwills versus your Goodwills out there in California?
Generally half the price on clothing.
Okay, so this was $3.99, and you'd find a little bit more.
These,
do they individually price out there? Like different clothes or different prices?
It's not like just one price.
Right.
So you could find a $19 item, North Face, for example, and you can find $7. These shirts here would be $7.99 to $9.99, and I think you paid $3.99.
Yep, $3.99 a piece. Every single shirt in there, $3.99.
Yeah.
I'll buy jackets. All the jackets there, like winter jackets.
Right.
Are $7.
Right. See, they can go up to $40, $50 in some cases. But what I found here is, and we just went to this one, is that the electronics is definitely
He asked me before we came on, he's like, do you ever find high-end electronics? I said, well, what you consider high-end electronics and what I consider high-end electronics are totally different. I've never seen a Marantz in the wild, for instance. I've never seen, you know, like Pioneer is high-end merchandise out here. I mean, you just don't find it. I explained why, and the reason you don't find it out here is because there's no money out here. So when that stuff was the in thing to buy, nobody bought it out here because nobody had the money to buy it out here. We're out in, you know, in California. Where you're from, and music's a big deal there too, right? Everything. We're talking about out here, you know, music is the Carter family down there. We're out in California, you know, you had the 60s, and so people had it, and in the 70s you had that music. Even the 80s, the Bakersfield sound and all that stuff. You had all those music folks out there, and they wanted the best stuff, so you find it.
Right. That's the biggest thing I found is just that. And I'm not trying to. That's why when you watch my channel or if you watch my Instagram, I'm getting these things, and people there, it's like they have disposable income. You hear that word? Yep. They also have disposable stuff.
It's not worth it. They make it, okay, if you're making $1 million a year, you don't want to waste your time selling something to make 100 on eBay, right?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm using crazy numbers,
example.
But yeah.
You know, hey, their $250,000 a year is very common to make that kind of money. So they will throw away a lot of higher end goods, especially electronics. Electronics, I have a huge section of electronics to choose from every day.
It's all relative.
All relative. So that's the difference. So if I was here, it's like I'm a fish out of water here. I don't know what to do, but I would have to adapt, and it would be a very difficult adapting.
Right. But $30, you know, and I'll spend a total of 10 minutes of getting these things done, but or Blue Ridge Mama will. $30 out here is going to buy you twice as much as it's going to buy you out there.
Exactly. That's the difference. So it's all relative, and it's quite interesting. It's a lot of fun.
No doubt. All right.
If Kevin was at my land, he would kill
it. You know what? One thing I would do for sure is I would just have sticker shock at the prices, and I would be able to get over that hurdle. But it would be hard. Like, it would be really hard for me to pay some of the prices out there. But when you look at the sold prices, it's like, it's definitely, you got to pay up and you make more money in the end.
You make more money, and exactly, that's how it works. You see it. It's
all right. Well, thanks for joining us, and now we're gonna get you some merch, man, before we send you back home. Yeah, so you're gonna have to pick out a shirt or something. And he doesn't have an Enema, for goodness sake. So we're gonna go back there and grab one.
He's got a few thousand around here still.
No, not too many left.
No.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.